I just watched this brilliant video by Jamie C. And she brings up the energetics and the nervous system response of receivership when you're gifted something that feels like too much or feels like there needs to be some sort of deflective response. Well, what came up for me is that now that I've trained myself to receive compliments in a way that is honoring to myself, I've noticed that people wobble. For instance, people will say, God, Rachel, you're so beautiful and you're so gifted. And I will look them directly in the eye with so much love. I'll take a deep breath. And I will say, yes, I am. I am. And I'm speaking to all my parts. I'm speaking to the parts of me that feel like they need to deflect. I'm speaking to the parts of me that feel like I need to make an offering back in order to equalize or reciprocate. I'm speaking to all the uncomfortable parts, and I'm saying, regardless of how uncomfortable this feels, you are beautiful and you are gifted, and I'm affirming that. And you would think that that would be what the gifter wants, but you'd be surprised how often the gifter feels a wobble in their energy. And I got so curious about this that I looked up the psychological. There's something called ego protective giving. It has to do with someone that is giving from a low self-esteem. Giving these compliments, it's actually stabilizing and affirming their own. If the receiver of the compliment confidently affirms the compliment, the gifter loses the upper position that made them feel worthy. So energetically, they wobble a little bit and they actually second guess the compliment. There's also something called downward comparison dependence. And I'm not allergic to these psychological phenomena, by the way. Like, I participate too. This is icky, but some people experience closeness through relative superiority. When the recipient doesn't perform humility, or it actually disrupts the comparison that made the act feel good in the first place. Most of you are familiar with complimentary scripts or compliment scripts. So because of patriarchal and scarcity, recipients of gifts or compliments are expected to deflect compliments, to say, oh no, I'm not that beautiful, or somebody else helped me with this. And if I say, yes, thank you so much, I violate the script. And that could lead to a feeling of shame in the gifter, a feeling of dysregulation, and maybe even retraction. Another phenomena is attachment and worth entanglement. In insecure attachment styles, giving is sometimes a bid for control. If I'm giving, therefore I'm. And my grounded self-affirmation of yes, I am beautiful removes the leverage. The point I want to make is that when you have an integrated sense of self-worth and receivership, it doesn't mean you're arrogant just because the giver generosity is contingent on higher self-denial or external validation. So as we move into this consumerist holiday that we won't say the name, and you've practiced your receivership and you know how to receive in a way that doesn't betray your inner being of your worthiness and your deservingness of such a compliment or a gift, just know that there's people out there still struggling with the intentionality of their gift giving. And it's normal. I'm still struggling with these dynamics. So this brought a lot of thought processing for me